Hey there YouTube, Talk here with a brand new video. Today I'm going to be showing you the ambush Luke strategy, which works pretty well against Darth Vader on heroes versus villains, or really when you're just dueling him in general. The goal of this attack is to heavy strike him in the back before he even knows you're there. Then just keep teeing off on him with the lightsaber and you're good to go. Step 1 is to locate Darth Vader. First, you can see him up there in that second story. He doesn't really move. So then I go immediately into step 2, which is find a path behind him without being seen. That's probably the most important part, without being seen or really heard, because he'll know you're there and spin around. So without being seen is probably the most important. You usually want to let him get preoccupied with rebel troops, and that helps a lot. Right there I just kind of ran away because he would have turned around and seen me, and then the plan wouldn't have worked. So right up here, you can hear that he's blocking the other rebel troops, and that means he's preoccupied and he's not going to be paying attention to my radar contact, or really me in general. And that gives me a chance to run up behind him and execute an awesome heavy strike. You can usually get in a few more lightsaber strikes before he spins around, but I accidentally lightsaber struck to the side rather than hitting him, and then ended up killing him with a backup from my rebel troop there. It's a pretty solid strategy. Works great almost all the time. Darth really never sees it coming most of the time, because the best way to do it really is wait for him to start blocking, because then he'll be standing still and it's so much easier. Although at the same time, you have to go straight on from the back, otherwise he could block it. So you want to make sure that you do that. Otherwise, when he's moving and slashing, sometimes they kind of lurch when they slash. So you might end up just getting a few medial hits or something. I'll show you one where that happens too. And then I'll go into a step-by-step later so that you can actually really see it. So here we go. On this one, they all decided to camp in that reactor room, I think except for Boba. I think Boba gets killed right away though. But they all decide to camp in that reactor room. I'm just standing here trying to locate Darth, obviously, for the plan, and then find a way behind him. I don't end up seeing him anywhere, so I go trying to find him. And it ends up taking a few minutes for me to find a way behind him. And by the time I do, I end up missing the heavy strike because he's slashing Nien Nub or something, and it ends up missing because he lurched forward. So anyway, I'll be back in a second when that happens. So you can see here, him slashing at someone is not an ideal situation because he lurched forward and I barely got any damage with the heavy strike as compared to the 300.1 I got earlier in this video. So, I mean, you really do want to wait for him to be standing still. It's a big help, and, you know, it just allows you to do a lot more damage and be able to kill him a lot easier. When you go straight on with Luke, a lot of times you end up dying even if the guy sucks, because he has twice the health of you, and it's kind of garbage with that. But anyway, I'm going to show you some other examples of it. Step by step's coming up soon here, so stay tuned for that. Alright, I am back with the step-by-step here, showing you how to ambush Vader effectively. We're going to start it off with step 1, locate Vader. It's fairly simple and straightforward. You know where he is, you can ambush him. I find him by hearing blaster bolt deflects and using the radar here. So then we go immediately into step 2 after that, and that is run around the back without him seeing you. And then straight after that, you heavy strike, and you just start killing him. Right here, I end up killing Vader completely without taking a single shot. That's how awesome this method is. You can also use it on other enemy heroes, I guess. And I use it on Bobes in about a second here, or Boba Fett in about a second here. Sorry, I usually call him Bobes, but that's just me, I guess. You can run up behind him, heavy strike him. With characters though, with heroes though that can't block you, like Greedo and Dengar and Boba, you don't even have to sneak up on them. You can honestly just go and heavy strike them right away, but that can lead to you taking a lot of damage, and that can be a problem. You give a lot of damage, but you can also take a lot of damage. Like right here, I go straight away after Greedo, and I heavy strike him really well and do a ton of damage, but I also take a lot of damage, and at the very end, it turns out okay, because at the very end I heavy strike the Emp again for the kill, but right here it turns into like a bloodbath for me. If it was just me versus Greedo, I definitely would have killed him. Luckily I was able to get away with that Saber Rush through all their heroes, which was kind of nice, but otherwise it could have been pretty bad. So anyway, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thanks for watching. I hope this helps you play better as Luke. This is Stealth Taco signing off.